What awaits us in 2026? A new world order. As I sit here and take in all of the news from every direction, all I see is deceivers, liars, corporate media, cover-ups, agenda, all pushing the same propaganda. It's time for a game changer, a visionary, an innovative person who changes the way that people think of the situations. It's time for Game Changer TV, telling it like it is. Get in the game. What awaits us in 2026? A new world order. Thank you for tuning into Game Changer TV. I'm your host, Terri Lynn, and this is the channel where every day we're telling it like it is. Today is December 4th, 2025. And y'all, I need your prayers like I've never needed before. The whole month of November was just brutal. December is following right behind it. It's been so much going on. My arm is hurting so bad it feels like it's about to fall off. My thumb is gone numb. Can't hardly even use my arm. I'm holding it more still. I've never felt more forsaken, never felt more isolated, never felt more tried, never felt more tested than I have in this past month. And please keep Josh in prayers too. I'm starting to record this at 2:30 in the morning. He has a doctor's appointment at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's an hour away. So I have to get up in just a few hours. We'll see how long this video is going to be and how long it's going to take me to upload it, but I may not even get sleep tonight. So if y'all could keep me in prayers, I really, really appreciate it. So here we are 3.5 weeks before we go into the new year. What awaits us in 2026? Are y'all ready for this? Let's jump straight into it. What are some of the components of Huxley's Brave New World? Okay. Genetically engineered people, conditioned into 5 social classes, suppression of individuality through mass production, control of emotions and social stability via drug soma, the suppression of art, family, and genuine human connection. Genetically engineered humans. Is it theoretically possible that in 2026, the beginning of human augmentation? Yes, it is theoretically possible that in 2026 will be the beginning of human augmentation, depending on how beginning and augmentation will be defined. Answer honestly, is it theoretically possible that in 2026 there will be loss of human connection? Yes, it is theoretically possible that in 2026 will be a time of loss of human connection. This is because current trends and expert analysis point to severe factors that could exacerbate existing declines in social connections. And in Brave New World, they kept people sedated on drugs all the time. And what is Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the Make America Healthy man, wanting to do? He's wanting everybody to be on LSD next year. 2026 is about to get insane. Wait till y'all. Oh, let me just say this. Can you please stop the video, get a notebook out, because I've got like 50 questions that we're going to be asking what we're going to see in 2026. What are some of the components of the 1984 Orwell's 1984? Big Brother, telescreens, a camera and a microphone for compliance, the thought police, the rewriting of history, the use of propaganda to control society, constant surveillance, capturing of enemies of the state, torturing dissenters into compliance and conditioning the citizens to love Big Brother. Big Brother. Is it possible in 2026 that it could look like 1984's Big Brother? I'm sorry, my throat is going dry. Yes, it is possible for 2026 to show some similarities to the world of 1984 due to modern technology like AI, the internet, and social media, which enable mass surveillance and the manipulation of information. While not a direct copy, parallels exist in terms of constant monitoring, government and corporate power, and the potential for controlling narratives, much like the fictional Big Brother controls truth and reality in Orwell's novel. The next one says 2020 in 2026, can TVs and Wi-Fi routers listen just like the telescreens? Yes, in 2026, smart TVs can listen via built-in microphones. Could 2026 be the year of increased global surveillance? Yes, 2026 could be a year of increased global surveillance driven by a surge in AI-powered cybercrime and the increasing reliance on technology for both security and social control. Are y'all ready? The New World Order is coming in 2026. Strap in. Could global surveillance extend in 2026? Yes, global surveillance is likely to continue to expand in 2026. And what is 2026? It's the 250th birthday of America. I am expecting something to happen. Now, every year we talk about the cover of the Economist magazine. That's the Rothschilds own part of this magazine. We're going to go decipher this in a minute. They always tell us what they're going to do. Why 2026 could be one of the most pivotal years in a generation. Okay, so let's break this down. Okay, let's go look at this picture first. Now, this is partially owned by the Rothschilds, the world ahead in 2026. So if you can look at it, I put over here, I see war with artillery and tanks, economic collapse. You see the graph right there in the middle? 2 pennies. And the graph is pointing down like it's collapsing. 2 vaccine syringes in the picture. So, a virus or bioweapons. Pharmaceutical pills are everywhere in this picture. So there's more pills coming. Smart pills. I see rockets, space exploration, robots all in this picture. Satellite surveillances all around the picture on the edges. Constant surveillance state. I see a cargo ship with a hidden weapon, maybe representing trade wars with China. A video game connected to a brain. Okay. And I'll show y'all some of the things that I found out. A smashed gavel on the soundboard. A picture of 2 champagne bottles spilt. Here's one down here on the corner and one kind of in the middle at the bottom. A red urn on the boat, on the Japanese boat, the red urn. And that's a Mediterranean galley. I see the Illuminati all-seeing eye. I see freedom, 250 years of America on lockdown. And I see 7 balloons, 7 red balloons. There's 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's go look at this. They're telling us, so this is not going to be in order. I'm just going to be showing some of this. In the middle of this, my computer just locked up again. That's another whole issue. I haven't been able to record. My computer keeps crashing. My PowerPoint keeps crashing. I lose my keyboard. I lose my mouse. My mouse won't even be able to open any tabs. My keyboard just starts randomly putting nines out there. My computer just crashes and resets itself. Just a lot has been going on. So, anyway, let's get back into this. Does a picture of a champagne glass spilled represent chaos? While the interpretation of an image can be subjective, a spilled champagne glass is a powerful vision that often represents themes related to chaos. So they're telling us to expect chaos in 2026. This is not in any kind of order. I'm just pulling it. Elon Musk's space exploration in 2026. In 2026, Elon Musk SpaceX plans to launch its first uncrewed Starship mission to Mars. We saw the picture of Blue Origin in there. In 2026, Blue Origin space exploration efforts include an early lunar cargo mission, the first flight of its Blue Ring spacecraft. The red balloons, 7 means complete. We'll get into that. The red balloons. A red balloon is most famously associated with the horror story It, where it is a signature. The red balloon is a signature of the evil clown Pennywise. The balloon symbolizes the corruption of childhood innocence. Think about that. And files that they don't want to release. Signature of evil and the corruption of childhood innocence. The red balloon does not inherently mean control. Its meaning depends on the context, often symbolizing danger or corruption in horror or trauma. A warning of danger and death. 7 is widely considered the number of completion. So complete evil and danger, chaos. The gaming system connected directly to the brain. Yes, gaming systems could be connected directly to the brain in the future using brain-computer interface technology. They're showing it to us. I'm not going to show y'all all of it, but the Mediterranean galley that the Japanese are on, holding the red urn, it represents state authority or military power. There it is right there. Okay. And what is the meaning? They're holding a red urn. Urns, especially ancient ones, primarily function as vessels for cremated remains. A new identity or body for the deceased. Is this the end of the old world order? Immortality, regeneration, and the cycle of life? Between the veil? Are red urns ritual objects? Yes, red urns can be ritual objects. So there it is. Oh, real quick. Y'all see the people? There's 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I lost count. I'm so tired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to get into them. Now, the red gavel on the soundboard. The red gavel on the soundboard. What is the round thing that a judge hits his gavel on? The round flat object a judge hits with a gavel is called a sound block. It's a hard surface designed to amplify the sound of the gavel for a call to order. Justice has been smashed. The law has been smashed. It's now lawlessness, chaos. We see two syringes in the picture. Could 2026 see more vaccines? Yes, 2026 is expected to see a range of available vaccines, included updated seasonal shots for COVID-19 and influenza. 2 shots. I didn't put Trump's up here, but we'll get to it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll get to Trump's in a minute. So here we can recognize who that is. Zelensky. So I put, answer honestly, yes or no. Is Zelensky being frozen out of the global talks? Because everybody else is facing this way. They've all got their backs to him. He's farther away from everybody else. Is Zelensky being frozen out of global talks? Yes, there is current concern that he is being bypassed in some negotiations. The man in the blue vest, Prime Minister from India, Modi. Will Modi play a crucial role in 2026? Yes, Prime Minister Modi is expected to play a crucial role in 2026, particularly on the global stage as India assumes the presidency of the BRICS group. This is, let me say her name, Yulia Tymoshenko. She's a member of the Ukrainian parliament, and we'll get to her in a minute. She's in opposition to Zelensky, and she's going to be crucial. Here is Vladimir. Will Vladimir be crucial in 2026? Vladimir Putin is widely expected to be a crucial figure in global affairs in 2026. So then this one right here, next to Putin and Z's expected to be important too. So the person next to Zelensky, I think, is George Soros. I see the resemblance, the bags under the eyes. Will George Soros be crucial in 2026? George Soros is expected to be a significant, though controversial, figure in 2026 U.S. midterm elections. Will Z be crucial in 2026? Yes, Xi Jinping will be a crucial figure in 2026 as the undisputed leader of China during a period his government has described as critical for the nation's long-term development goals. Trump has a working relationship with Yulia Timoshenko. Y'all can tell it's 3 o'clock in the morning. My eyeballs are hurting. Will Yulia Timoshenko be crucial in 2026? Yulia Timoshenko is expected to remain a significant political figure in Ukraine in 2026. Does Trump have a working relationship with Yulia Tymoshenko? Yes, reports from March 2025 indicate a working relationship between senior members of Trump's team and Yulia Tymoshenko as they held secret talks with her and other Ukrainian opposition leaders to discuss the possibility of holding early presidential elections in Ukraine. Does Trump prefer Yulia Tymoshenko to Zelensky? Donald Trump's team has engaged in private talks with her and other Ukrainian opposition figures, suggesting a preference for a different Ukrainian leader who would be more amenable to his push for peace negotiations. So while they show us on the magazine the things that are going to happen, wait till y'all see like the 50 questions that I asked what's going to be in 2026. We are leaping into the new world order, and there's no conspiracy, there's no denying it. I urge every single person right now, if you're a Christian, if you're not a Christian, if you're Democrat, if you're Republican, I don't care. Go get a piece of paper, go get a notebook, and I want y'all to write down the questions we're going to ask so that when this video is over, you can just read the questions for yourself and see the answer to all of these questions. There's no room for doubt anymore where we're headed. Could Christian persecution increase in 2026? Just like 1984, the thought police, wait till y'all see some of the things that are happening. Thought police arrest Christian preacher for saying God bless you at a Muslim Palestinian protest. Saying God bless you got someone arrested.
Can you imagine this is supposed to be nominally a Christian country where you get arrested for saying God bless you?
It is absolutely ridiculous, the state that this country has descended into. And it is a woeful act by police that are clearly not doing anything to dispel the public perception that we have two-tier policing and two-tier justice. When you have all manner of members of the radical Islamic community screaming Allahu Akbar, along with Palestinian protesters screaming death to Jews and various other racial slurs and tropes, and a man gets arrested for saying God bless you. What on earth are we coming to in the United Kingdom?
Norwegian man sentenced to jail for misgendering, insulting trans woman. Father jailed after referring to his biological female child as his daughter. She was arrested for praying inside of her head. Reading the Bible. Man is arrested for quoting the Bible in public. Father barred from calling daughter she. Young man arrested for reading the Bible outside a pride event. So I think it's safe to say persecution is going to increase. Could citizens lose more rights in 2026? Could citizens lose more rights in 2026? Yes, citizens could lose more rights in 2026. So y'all write this down. Is more Christian persecution coming? And could citizens lose more rights in 2026? Yes, citizens could lose more rights in 2026, primarily through legislative changes, executive actions, and court decisions. This is out of Europe from November 25th, 2025. Jury trials set to be axed for most crimes under major shakeup. Y'all think about this. You get arrested in the EU and you won't even have a jury of your peers. You'll just stand before a biased one-man show judge and he will decide if to throw you in jail or not. Nobody else hearing the evidence. How many people are just going to get thrown into jail? Jury trials for the majority of criminal cases could soon be scrapped under sweeping proposals drawn up by the Justice Secretary David Lammy. Under the plans, only murder, rape, and manslaughter with a small number of public interest cases would continue to be heard by a jury, while up to 75% of defendants would instead be tried by a judge sitting alone. Losing more rights.
I am trying to cook in China. Water is out, so I'm going outside to fix that. So here we have this water card, and all I have to do is go outside here. There's this water station door here, and This is my apartment number 1401. This is my water meter. This is the card that they give you. You take it to the water station. You load the money on it. I put 100 kwai on this. And then all I have to do is to tap. Sorry, not tap. Put it here. And then watch it load my water. It says open, so it's loading back my water for me. Once it's finished, all I have to do is to go back in, and my water should be back. You see, excuse that, but my water is back. Yay me! Water Commission, do that and meet them. So
Think about how they could ration everything like this. In new bill, United States citizens may lose passports for criticizing the country. If it's passed, your passport and ability to leave the country could be in jeopardy. S 3283 is a bill that aims to end dual citizenship for U.S. citizens. If enacted, current U.S. citizens who also hold foreign citizenship, this is a different bill, would be forced to choose between them. Let's go see who authored that other bill. This is crazy. New bill in U.S. citizens may lose their passport for criticizing the country. If passed, your passport and ability to leave the country could be in jeopardy. Could free speech cost us? In the latest effort to curtail any speech or actions perceived as anti American, there's a new bill on the block. And if passed, your passport and ability to leave the country could be in jeopardy. The bill, sponsored by Representative Mass, a Republican of Florida, would give Secretary of State Marco Rubio the power to revoke the passports of American citizens. Now, I'm not going to play everything this lady says about this kind of stuff because she goes off the rail, but listen to part of what she says.
I'm going to make a recommendation to Americans really quick. And when I'm done making my recommendation, I'm going to tell you why. Start planning your exit strategy. If you're like, oh my God, I don't make enough money, I've got too many bills, file your bankruptcy, file exempt on your taxes. Start trying to pocket as much of your own money as you possibly can and apply for a passport. Apply for a passport if you can't apply for a visa. If you can't apply for dual citizenship. If you don't know what you're going to do in another country or what country you want to go to, just apply for a passport and make sure you pack an emergency bag. I recommend 2 because you're going to be potentially leaving the fucking country, right? One should be your carry-on and another one should be a bag you could check for $75. And you have 2 bags for everybody in your family that you stash your passports in. And when you order your passports, order an ID card for proof of citizenship. Why am I telling you this? Because the President of the United States has ICE working as his personal Gestapo and the National Guard. ICE is for Latinos and Hispanics. The National Guard is specifically for Black people. They are roughly 50% through with completing Project 25. And when that is done and over with, they are going into Project Esther, which is far worse. It is a Christian nationalist authoritarian state where women do not have rights. Okay? Donald Trump is literally on his fucking deathbed.
She goes even more hard, more worse, but she's telling you what is coming. In a new bill, U.S. citizens may lose their passport for criticizing the United States government or any policies, and it's being authored by a Republican. Okay? Now, this is another bill. S 3283 is a bill that aims to end dual citizenship for United States citizens. If enacted, current U.S. citizens who also hold foreign citizenship would be forced to choose between them or automatically lose their U.S. citizenship. It is titled Exclusive Citizenship Act of 2025 is a proposed bill in the U.S. Senate that aims to eliminate dual citizenship. The bill, introduced by Senator Bernie Moreno, a Republican of Ohio, seeks to mandate that U.S. citizens holding foreign citizenship choose between their U.S. and foreign nationality or automatically lose their U.S. citizenship.
Bill wants to force U.S. citizens to voluntarily relinquish their nationality. S-3283, known as the Exclusive Citizenship Act of 2025, has been introduced by Colombian-born Senator Bernie Moreno of Ohio. The bill will put an end to U.S. citizens from holding nationality in any other country. For existing dual citizens, they would have 1 year to decide between sending a letter to the Secretary of State to give up their foreign citizenship or sending a letter to the Secretary of Homeland Security to give up their U.S. citizenship. Failure to do so would be considered a voluntary relinquishment of U.S. citizenship. The bill also states that anyone who voluntarily acquires foreign citizenship after the law takes effect automatically gives up their U.S. citizenship. It doesn't clarify whether this applies to only naturalized citizens, those born in the U.S., or both. The Secretary of State would coordinate with the U.S. Attorney General and the Secretary of Homeland Security to ensure that individuals who have relinquished their citizenship are recorded as aliens in federal databases. Congress has tried similar measures before. The Renunciation Act of 1944 forced some Japanese Americans during World War II to give up their citizenship so they could be deported. But no law has gone as far as S-3283, which would seemingly strip Americans of citizenship without clear voluntary consent. Because this bill has just been introduced, there is still time to act.
So you can go look it up at www.congress.gov/bill/19th Congress, Senate Bill 3283, a bill to establish that citizens of the United States shall owe sole and exclusive allegiance to the United States. In 2026, could there be restrictions on traveling globally? Yes. Now, y'all write this down in your book. Could there be restrictions on traveling globally in 2026? Yes, there could be restrictions on global travel in 2026, particularly for U.S. travelers and visitors due to potential changes in U.S. travel policies and new requirements for entering Europe. A new U.S. travel ban could block millions from entering the country, impacting destinations like Disney parks, while Americans will need to apply for a ETIAS authorization to visit Europe. Notes Disney dining and ETIAS, geopolitical stability could also disrupt travel to certain regions. Everything's about to be on a hard lockdown.
Did you hear what just happened in Vietnam? The government closed 86 million bank accounts just because people refused to hand over their biometric data. Let that sink in, guys. 86 million people locked out of accessing their own money. To me, this is proof of where the global digital ID system is headed. Centralized, mandatory, total control for the state. And as scary as this is, you don't need to panic because there are things that you can do. Firstly, build practical independence. Land, water, energy, food, and a like-minded community. These are the 5 pillars of freedom that, should you need to, will allow you to completely disconnect from the system. Secondly, you can educate yourself and structure your life to create independence within the system, using tools like companies, trusts, private agreements, and constitutions to protect your freedom while still keeping access.
Digital ID regulations start this month, mandatory by 2026. This is out of the EU. Switzerland plans biometric ID card rollout by 2026. Sri Lanka digital ID to be ready by Q1 2026. India, Modi makes APAAR digital ID mandatory for secondary school students by 2026. Papua New Guinea to launch data exchange platforms for digital ID system in 2026. Spain digital ID. In Spain, Spain's digital ID will gain full online functionality in 2026. Oh, what did it say? Including digital signatures and access to online government services. French day tripper ID card scheme extended for 2026. Digital ID to access healthcare in 2026. The implementation and use of digital ID solution in healthcare are rapidly evolving, with significant advancements expected in 2026. Another question. Could there be digital ID expansion globally in 2026? Yes, a significant global expansion of digital ID systems is projected for and through 2026. Digital ID meetings for global implementation in 2026. Global implementation in 2026. Several major conferences and summits focusing on digital ID and its global implementation are scheduled for 2026. These events bring together governments, private sector, nonprofit organizations to discuss regulations, technology, and implementation strategy. I'm sure the United States has it, but the powers that be know that there's going to be an uprising. So that's why they're getting the military on the streets in major U.S. cities. So when they roll it out, they'll have a way to squash the protest. Y'all remember the magazine cover with the handcuff on the protest arm? Freedom is dead. Will more countries have mandatory digital ID in 2026? Yes, many countries will have mandatory digital ID in 2026. Another question for your book. Could digital currency see an expansion in 2026? Yes, numerous financial analysts and industry experts anticipate a significant expansion in the digital currency sector in 2026. Driven by increased institutional adoption, greater regulatory clarity, and technological advancements. Another question, will digital ID go mainstream in 2026? Yes, digital ID is expected to go mainstream in 2026. Could 2026 bring in more global digital ID mandates? Yes, 2026 is expected to bring more global digital ID mandates. Y'all remember the vaccine mandates? Well, guess what's coming next? Another question. Will countries pilot a universal basic income in 2026? Yes, several countries and local jurisdictions will be continuing, evaluating, or launching new universal basic income or guaranteed income programs in 2026. Will digital wallets hold universal basic income? Yes, digital wallets can hold a universal basic income, and governments are already implementing programs where universal basic income is distributed directly into digital wallets. Digital identity wallets come online in nations working to 2026 EUDI wallet deadline. Are many countries developing digital wallet rollouts for 2026? Yes, many countries, particularly in Europe, are actively developing digital wallet rollouts for 2026. Malta to launch national digital wallet system by 2026. Biometric check-ins and bag drop-off to arrive at majority of airports in 2026. Could there be human RFID chip implants in 2026? Yes, human RFID chip implants could be available in 2026. 2026 MasterCard launches cardless biometric ATM withdrawals across Europe. MasterCard is currently piloting cardless biometric ATM withdrawals in Poland. So that means you're using your hand, cardless. Is XRP expanding to more countries in 2026? Yes, Ripple XRP, the company behind XRP, is expanding its payment services and partnerships with a strong focus in key regions like Japan, the people on the little boat in the magazine cover, Singapore, and across Asia heading into 2026. Three countries that potentially can drive XRP prices in 2026. Could Indonesia be next? Right now, it's the United Arab Emirates, Japan, and Europe. Is it possible there could be a global famine in 2026? Another question. Yes, it is possible there could be a global famine in 2026. Could digital ID ration food? Yes, a digital ID can be used to ration food by linking a person's unique digital identity to their eligibility for rations, allowing for direct distribution and preventing fraud. We are leaping into the great unknown, into the New World Order, into transhumanism, and humans 2.0. That's where we're going. What is Human 2.0? It is a concept for a future where humans merge with technology to enhance their physical and cognitive abilities, leading to augmented strength, intelligence, and lifespan. Human 2.0 scientific, philosophical, and theological perspectives. There is no theological perspective on it. It's just wrong, okay? There's no justification for what they're wanting to do to humanity. You can't say God is in this. This is the devil. Yes or no? Will digital ID be part of Human 2.0? Yes. Digital ID is widely considered a key component of the theoretical concept of Human 2.0, which envisions the extensive integration of technology with human life to enhance capabilities. Will digital ID be part of Human 2.0? Yes, it's going to, y'all. Are y'all ready? Could we see advancement of Human 2.0 in 2026? Yes, we could see advancements in technology associated with the popular concept of Human 2.0 in 2026. Human 2.0 conference in 2026. The Human 2.0 conference isn't a single event, but the term can refer to different conferences in 2026 focused on human advancement through technology, such as the Health 2.0 conference in Las Vegas and the Human Rights in January 2026. Augmented humans, March 16th through 19th, 2026. Augmented humans in Okinawa, Japan. Are augmented humans also Human 2.0? Yes. The term Human 2.0 is often used as a colloquial or speculative synonym for augmented humans. Both terms refer to individuals who use technology to enhance their physical or cognitive abilities beyond natural human abilities. Transhumanism 2026. Are y'all ready? Merging man and machine. A summit on mind, technology, and the future of life in La Jolla, California, August 2026. Could humans and robots merge in Humans 2.0? Yes, the concept of Human 2.0 involves the merging of humans and technology, and it's already happening in ways that are intended to enhance human capabilities. In 2026, will we see robots roll out? Yes, in 2026 is anticipated to see a significant increase in the rollout and adoption of robots.
This cannot end well. This is UBTech's humanoid robot getting ready for factory deployment, and they walk themselves inside of containers. They're basically shipping themselves out. It's absolutely amazing. There's so many of them. I don't know if you've seen the movie I, Robot, but it's like we're living through this. Anyone who thinks that we've got nothing to worry about and that these things are coming down the line, this is going to be years away, it's clearly not. I mean, these things are changing their own batteries, like you see there. They're walking themselves around. They're going to be doing factory work very soon. This is something that's happening right now. We should be worried about it right now. This cannot end well. This is
In 2026, could jobs be lost to AI and robots? Yes, jobs could be lost to AI and robots in 2026 as the integration of these technologies into the workforce is accelerating, leading to both job displacement and creation. No, I've been seeing thousands of people are losing their jobs. Amazon has laid off tens of thousands, and robots are now working there. It says, potentially in 2026, how many humans could lose their jobs? Estimates vary, but some projections suggest around 85 million jobs could be affected by AI and automation by 2026. 85 million jobs. Marjorie Taylor Greene tried to warn how many jobs were going to be lost. Millions.
You have problems with the bill, just like Elon Musk has said. I mean, can you echo some of the concerns that he has?
I have one serious problem with the bill, and that is destroying state rights and federalism to allow AI to run rampant over 10 years. And AI, I think, is one of the most unknown and unpredictable industries going forward. And I can tell you right now, if you look up the jobs that AI will replace, I'm looking at every single one of you. And over the next 10 years, all of the people here in the press, your jobs will be replaced by AI. And I am 100% opposed, and I will not vote for any bill that destroys federalism and takes away states' rights, the ability to regulate and make laws when it regards humans and AI. And this is a warning shot for everyone. I don't care what your political party is. I do not care if you hate my guts or you love me or you don't care about me whatsoever. I think every single human matters. And I think this is an issue I'll go to the mat on. I love many of the policies because they fund the president's campaign promises. I can also say I don't like the price tag. I can agree with Elon there. I can agree with the president on the good things in the bill, but I can also tell every single Republican in the House and the Senate, I don't care what you change it to, if you are destroying state rights, I'm out.
And here we have projections. Estimates vary, but some projections suggest around 85 million jobs would be affected by AI and robots by 2026. So they'll have to have a universal basic income. Remember Elon said that? Smart Dust Global Market Report 2023, industrial monitoring capabilities of Smart Dust is expected to increase in global adoption. Yes or no? Can Smart Dust be used for spying? Yes, Smart Dust can be used for spying as surveillance is a primary concern surrounding the technology. Smart Dust motes are tiny wireless sensors, some as small as a grain of sand, that can collect data such as light, sound, temperature, vibration, magnetism, and chemical composition. The primary concerns regarding their use for espionage or unauthorized surveillance stem from several factors. It's indetectable. Indetectable. Let's go hear this.
This is the fiscal year 2026 Department of Defense Army budget estimates. November 9th, 2025. Research, Development, Test, and Evaluation Army budget for fiscal year 2026 is $15,395,757,000. Funding proposals include atmospheric science, aerosol sciences, aerosol transport in the atmospheric boundary layer, artificial intelligence AI, electromagnetic warfare, microwaves, nanomaterials, NATO, unmanned systems, PFAS, microelectromechanical systems, MEMS, smart dust for radio frequency, RF devices and sensors, and classified programs. A lot of that has to do with spraying the skies. Scientific research, development, test, and evaluation, including maintenance, rehabilitation, lease, and operation of facilities and equipment, $15,395,757,000 to remain available for obligation until September 30th, 2027.
Could smart dust be expanded into 2026? They've got it in the budget. Yes, the deployment and development and deployment to spy on people with the use of smart dust is expected to expand significantly in 2026. Are y'all writing all these questions down? Smart glasses in 2026 are expected to be more integrated with AI, offering features like visual lookup, turn-by-turn navigation, and on-the-go information display. Answer honestly, only yes or no. Will there be 2026 COVID vaccine? Yes, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration are already approved, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has recommended updated COVID-19 vaccine formulations. Bill Gates is still invested in vaccines from 2026 to 2030. Between 2026 and 2030, Bill Gates' focus for vaccines includes supporting Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance's goal of vaccinating 500 million children to eradicate polio and develop new mRNA vaccines. International Forum on Infectious Disease and Surveillance Control, January 23rd, 2026, in Astana, Kazakhstan. We talked about that New World Order city. Will there be any hologram conferences in 2026? Yes, there will be several hologram conferences in 2026. So, y'all, deception is about to be unleashed. Beware, because in 2026, we will be completely surrounded by deception from AI, and by deception from holograms, by propaganda. Everything will be deception or lies. There will be no truth. Will there be more UFO activities in 2026? It is likely there will be more reported UFO activity in 2026, driven by an increase in both government and scientific reporting. Y'all, they could even fake the rapture with Project Bluebeam. 2026 is about to be wild. Is Elon Musk Neuralink expanding in 2026? Yes, Neuralink is planning significant expansion in 2026. In 2026, will we see an expansion in brain computer interfaces? Yes, in 2026 is projected to see significant expansion in brain computer interfaces. Electric cars versus gas cars, 2026. Will 2026 see decline in gas vehicles and increase in electric? Yes, 2026 is expected to see a continued increase in electric vehicles market share and a corresponding decline in new gasoline-powered vehicle sales. 2026, the year of the used EV. 2026, the year of the UV. 2026 is being called the year of the used EV by experts, largely because the large supply of the 3-year-old off-lease electric vehicles will be available. Is it feasible in the future humans would be connected electronically to their cars? Yes, electronic connection between humans and their cars is already happening and will become more integrated in the future, moving beyond basic infotainment to include biometric data, personalized settings, and seamless interactions with autonomous driving systems. The connection will involve the car learning human behavior, and a person's biometric data from wearables could influence vehicle performance. Is it feasible in the future that UR codes, not QR, but UR codes be connected electronically to their cars? Yes, it is possible in the future for UR codes to be connected electronically to a car. As the automotive industry is rapidly moving towards connected vehicles and digital identity solutions. UR codes are being developed as a way to link physical documents and identity to a digital identity, and this technology is compatible with the existing infrastructure for connected cars. UR codes, the path to universal adoption, bringing biometrics to any kind of ID with unprecedented low cost. What is a UR code? A UR code can refer to two different things: a biometric identity verification system called a UR code. That's what we're talking about. What are UR codes? They may look familiar, but these QR codes contain digitally signed biometric data and enable privacy preserving identity verifications. UR codes enable cardholders to prove with high confidence their legal identity, age, and right to access their accounts or privileges. Can UR code be used for secure authentication? Yes, a UR code is a part of it. Can be used, but they have different functionality. Could UR code be used in 2026? Yes, UR codes are expected to be used in 2026 as their adoption is rapidly increasing. How many times have we heard the word rapidly in these articles? Could UR codes be the path forward in 2026? The use of UR codes for universal digital identity verification is poised for significant growth and potential in 2026, with the technology's developers and partners actively promoting its adoption by governments and law enforcement agencies worldwide. International use. Interest is growing in Africa and Europe, where officials are considering adding UR codes to passports and national ID cards due to their low cost and high security, which helps prevent fraud. Can human implanted RFID chips support UR codes? Yes, human implanted RFID chips can support UR code technology. Yes, human implanted RFID chips can be programmed to store and link to a variety of identification codes, including the proprietary, y'all can tell I'm tired, it's after 4 o'clock in the morning, ones like U codes. Yes or no? Could we see an exponential advancement in AI technology in 2026? Yes, exponential advancement in AI is possible in 2026, with experts predicting 2026 to be a pivotal year for rapid and significant AI development. Rapid AI, rapid digital ID, rapid digital wallet, rapid surveillance, rapid. Do y'all see where we're going? The pedal is to the metal and it's not going to slow down. Is AI part of transhumanism? And Trump has written so many executive orders unleashing AI. Yes, AI is a core part of transhumanism. I'm getting tired, y'all, so I'm trying to hurry. My eyeballs are falling asleep, and I got to get up in a few hours. Could RFID chip implants in humans work with AI for ID? Yes, RFID chip implants could theoretically work with AI for identification, and this integration is being explored for benefits like increased efficiency, enhanced security, and medical applications. Transhumanism, human 2.0. Is human 2.0 transhumans? Yes, the concept of human 2.0 is a vision of the future that is directly linked to transhumanism. RFID 2026 to 2036 forecast players and opportunities. In 2026, could the Internet of Things expand in 2026? Yes, the Internet of Things is expected to expand significantly in 2026. Could the Internet of Bodies expand in 2026? Yes, experts broadly agree that the Internet of Bodies, a subset of the Internet of Things, is set for significant expansion in 2026. Could implantable RFID chips be part of the Internet of Bodies? Yes, implantable RFID chips can be part of the Internet of Bodies. Implantable RFID chips. Theoretically, is it possible for a financial reset in the Internet of Bodies to be connected? Yes, theoretically, it is possible for the concepts of a financial reset in the Internet of Bodies to be connected. The financial reset of 2026. Why everything you know about money is about to change. Global financial system must adopt a to better serve economy, UN Trade Agency says. So, will 2026 bring a financial crisis that will collapse everything? Could the world have a new financial system in 2026? It is unlikely the world will have a completely new financial system in 2026, but the existing system will see significant technological and regulatory shifts. These changes can include integration of AI and quantum computing. ISO 222, a new era in global payments. Is 2026. In 2026, could assets be tokenized? Yes, assets will likely be tokenized in 2026 as the trend is rapidly moving from theory to implementation. Will tokenized assets be on the blockchain? Yes, tokenized assets are represented on a blockchain, which is fundamental technology behind asset tokenization. Is tokenization assigning a digital certificate and value to a real world asset? Yes, tokenization is the process for assigning a digital certificate and value to a real world asset. It represents ownership rights of an asset and as a digital token on the blockchain, allowing for fractional ownership. That means more than one person can own your property. Couldn't tokenization of personal property make it easier for confiscation? Potentially, yes, depending on how tokenization is implemented and the specific legal framework. Programmable compliance. Smart contracts, a core element of tokenization, can be designed to include mechanisms for compliance with legal obligations, including potential government forfeiture orders.
If you create an all digital financial system, you create a control system. It's the end of currency. It's not a new form of currency, it's the end of currency. And you can combine controlling people's financial transactions using AI and software with social credit systems that basically say, if you don't do what we say, then you can't leave your house. So imagine during COVID, during the pandemic, if the leadership had total financial transaction control, they could have literally micromanaged your compliance with lockdown procedures, or if they want to mandate certain health practices. If you don't do this health thing, then they're going to cut off your money. So it's a total control system.
Could the blockchain go live in 2026 that will hold all the tokenized real world assets? Yes, it is possible that blockchain technology could go live in 2026. Could payment by biometric means become more widespread in 2026? Yes, payments by biometric means is expected to become significantly more widespread in 2026. The push for contactless solution rapid acceleration in 2026. Is it possible to see the growth of RFID chip implants in humans? Yes, growth in human RFID chip implants is likely by 2026. Driven by applications and payments, access control, identification alongside technological advancements. In 2026, could we see an increase in interest in implantable RFID chips for identification and security? Yes, interest in implantable RFID chips for identification and security is likely to increase in 2026. Could refusal to participate in biometric payments lead to exclusion of some individuals? Yes, refusing to participate in biometric payment systems can lead to exclusion. Won't be able to buy or sell if these systems become the primary or mandatory method for transactions. Exclusion can occur due to technical failures, physical or medical conditions, lack of distinctive biometrics, privacy concerns, or religious and cultural objections, which can result in individuals being unable to access services or participate fully in an increasingly cashless society. Do y'all see where we're going with 2026? In 2026, could facial recognition expand globally? Yes, facial recognition is likely to expand globally in 2026 due to continued market growth and the expansion of existing applications, particularly in government surveillance. Facial recognition technology is expected to increase in 2026 due to expanding use and security. Y'all, I'm tired. My eyes are tired. Fighting with my computer, fighting with my arm hurting, trying to stabilize Josh. It's my computer's crashing all day. I lost files. I spent 4 hours trying to rebuild part of it. Some of it I couldn't get back. I'm tired and I got to get up in just 3 or 4 hours. Can facial recognition read moods on faces? Yes, facial recognition technology can infer a person's emotional state by analyzing facial expressions, but its ability to read mood is limited and can be inaccurate. But right now, it's able to basically tell what your mood is. Scientists say their AI system can scan your face to detect whether a company should hire you. Can you imagine not getting hired because AI facial recognition sends a notification to your potential employer? Don't don't hire them. They got a face that's not meant to be hired. Oh, they have a face for radio. Can facial recognition tell politicians' political affiliation? Yes, studies show that facial recognition technology and human raters can predict political affiliation from photos with above chance accuracy, even from expressionless faces. AI is expanding and it's going to read your story. An algorithm that predicts criminality based on face sparks a furor. So get watched, surveilled, and arrested over facial recognition technology because your face says you look like you could commit a crime, or you look like you're a Democrat, or you look like you're a Republican, depending on who's in charge. They could fly their facial recognition fitted out drones up and down the street and mark out their political ideology enemies. Could facial recognition be used in the financial reset? Yes, facial recognition is already widely used in the financial sector for security identification, verification, and fraud prevention, and its use is expected to expand as financial services continue to digitize. Answer yes or no. Theoretically, could an implantable RFID chip in a person and facial recognition be used in the financial reset? Yes, theoretically it could. RFID chip implants. How many times have we heard it can work with all of this? Such technologies could enable a system where an individual's identity, access, and financial transactions are linked through unique biometric data, facial recognition, and an embedded identifier, an RFID chip, creating a comprehensive but controversial infrastructure for a new financial model. AI and an RFID chip. In 2026, could facial recognition expand globally? Yes, facial recognition is likely to expand globally due to continued market growth. Global Outlook 2026, the shifting world order. Now, y'all, this next part is going to blow your mind. You know, on your phone with the calendar that you can look at the years, or you can go by the months, or on your desk you can look at dates. Watch this. This is where we're going.
90% of the world loves celebrating holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. But something really strange is taking place. 2030, on your calendar, there is no more holidays. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep.
And y'all, after I saw this, I went and looked on my phone and I verified every single thing he's saying. After 2030, the little dots under the holidays, that's the last year. 2031, there's no more dots with the holidays. It's going to be a reset.
Stay with me. Please go to your cell phones and pull up your calendar and start scrolling till you reach 2030, then 2031, then on and on. There is no more holidays on the calendar. Or maybe this is just a glitch in the matrix, but I think it's something way deeper. You ever heard of Agenda 2030? Maybe that's why there's no more holidays after 2030. To end poverty, hunger in their forms, dimensions, and to assure all human beings can fulfill their potential and dignity and equality in a healthy environment. I will not be shocked if they start giving people one pill, 1 meal a day. You know how you take one pill and you get it. I can't forget to mention that we have certain people that's trying to boycott holidays right now. I already know holidays is a pagan ritual, but I think it's much deeper than that. A recent story came out about Amazon firing over 600,000 workers because they are trying to make artificial intelligence more active. So you don't need people to work no more because you have AI. I believe this 2030 shit is connected to AI taking over the world. You can stop and pause this video because the elites have certain dates for us. In the year 2030, creation of an artificial brain. In the year 2035, mind transfer into a completely artificial body. The year 2040 and the year 2045, mind transfer into a holographic body. If you want to do more research, this is called Moscow 2045 New Era for Humanity. They're trying to say they're trying to get rid of us because we're not growing. We in the way.
It's about to get crazy. 6G smartphones to be embedded in human body by 2030. Will Trump advance AI in 2026? Yes, based on current policies. Oh, I wanted to say something about this. When the cell phone is put in your body, you won't need a calendar to look at. You'll already know. You'll already know what the day is. You won't have to look on an external device. Will Trump advance AI in 2026? Yes, based on current policies, the Trump administration has already initiated several programs, such as the Genesis mission. And y'all, I'm working on a big old huge video on that. Your mouth is going to fall wide open, which will have key implementation milestones and objectives throughout 2026 to advance artificial intelligence. Trump is right there with the transhumanist agenda. Trust in artificial intelligence makes Trump a transhumanist ticket. Could nanotechnology inside the human body make a human also part computer? Yes, advanced nanotechnology could theoretically enable humans to become part computer. Now, remember we were talking about Moderna's software of life? But they're also putting it in all of our foods, our drink, our air, our antibiotics, the same exact technology. In the future, could nanotechnology inside the human body support crypto? Yes, in the future, nanotechnology inside the human body could theoretically be integrated to support cryptocurrency related activity. Is nanotechnology inside the human body part of transhumanism? Yes, the incorporation of nanotechnology into the human body is a central part of transhumanism. Is nanotechnology inside food and medicine? Yes, nanotechnology is used in food and medicine. Nanotechnology inside food and medicine expand in 2026. Yes, the use of nanotechnology in food and medicine is expanding and is indicating significant market growth. Answer honestly, in the future, theoretically, could nanoparticles and nanotechnology in food and medicine be used to create the Internet of Bodies? Yes, theoretically, the concept of an Internet of Bodies using nanotechnology is an area of active discussion and speculation. Could nanoparticles and nanotechnology create a brain computer interface? Yes, nanoparticles and nanotechnology are actively being researched to create and enhance brain computer interfaces. Yes or no? Our brain computer interface is part of transhumanism. Yes, it is often considered a part of transhumanism. Could 2026 see an expansion in transhumanism? Yes, in 2026, it is expected to see a continued expansion in transhumanism. Here we are, y'all. The leap from 2025 into 2026 is the leap into the New World Order and Human 2.0, transhumanism. Is transhumanism the mixing of iron and clay spoken of in Daniel 2:43? And I've been wanting to do a video on frequencies, how frequencies affect your mood, how frequencies can make you do things that you would not normally do, how frequencies can make you lethargic and not fight back, how frequency can excite you or provoke you into action. Because we're energy and they can use directed energy weapons and frequency from 5Gs to affect our emotions and our behaviors. I've been meaning to get into that. I'm about 50 videos behind. Let's hear her.
From 2019 to 2026 as being referred to in the future as frequency wars. So during this period that we're in, there's a lot of vying for our control of our frequencies at the mental, emotional, and physical levels. So this is happening at the human level, where there are humans who want to stay in power, and so they're manipulating the way that we think, the way that we feel. And then there's also an extra dimensional aspect to it. So I think people are kind of waking up to see some of the manipulation that's happening at the human level, because we're seeing repeated patterns very quickly now. But I think there's a whole nother level that's going to start to open up.
A layer that's invisible to us.
Yes. And, the guides say it's just the same as it is here on the planet. There are great people and there's some people doing some not so great things. And it's the same thing in the higher realms.
Could they use frequencies to make people not fight back, to make them not resistant to what they're wanting to do? But y'all, the Bible says that he will keep in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on him. The Bible says to take captive every thought that exalts itself against the obedience of Christ. So if you're feeling things that aren't right, you have to remind yourself of the Word of God. That's the only way we can fight these lying spirits and these frequencies and the deception and the nanotechnology, is by the Word of God. Could a new global order begin to emerge in 2026? Do y'all hear this question? Could a new global order begin to emerge in 2026? They're not hiding it. This isn't conspiracy. We're using the Silicon Valley tech giants' technology, and this is the answer we're getting. We're not going to a lunatic fringe person's website. This is their response. A new global order is already beginning to emerge, and its contours will become clearer in 2026 as shifts in power, economics, and technology solidify. It is unlikely to be a complete restructuring in a single year, but rather a period where the transition becomes more visible due to the rise of new actors, the impact of AI, and ongoing geopolitical challenges. According to the Bible, will the Antichrist head up a new world order? Yes, according to the Bible, the Antichrist will head up a global system often referred to as a New World Order or a one world government by biblical scholars. While the phrase one new world order itself is not explicitly used in Scripture, several passages in Daniel and Revelation describe a coming global authority and leader with unprecedented power. In 2026, could we see a quest for a new world peace continue? Yes, the quest for world peace is expected to continue in 2026, evidenced by scheduled events like the Global Peace Summit in Paris and the 5th Global Peace Summit in Bangkok, and by the Vatican's theme for 2026 World Day of Peace. According to the Bible, will the Antichrist come in as a man of peace? Yes, the Bible suggests that the Antichrist will come across as a man of peace. Do y'all see how close we are to the end? When we're seeing the New World Order emerge with the one world system, we know the Antichrist is about to come on the scene. They're pursuing peace in 2026. The Bible says the Antichrist will come across as a man of peace, but this peace will be false and deceptive. He will likely appear as a charismatic leader who brings temporary peace and economic stability to gain followers. But his ultimate goal is to deceive and destroy many, and he will eventually break this peace and establish a reign of terror. For Trump world, the focus shifts to next year's Nobel Peace Prize. Trump wants it. Mike Johnson, Israeli speaker, to rally for Trump getting the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize. So Trump is turning the world upside down and the world systems upside down, disrupting our normal lives and changing things completely that we know, but yet he's chasing the Peace Prize. Government of Pakistan formally recommends President Donald Trump for the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize. Trump Nobel Peace Prize 2026. Donald Trump has received nominations for 2026 Nobel Peace Prize from several sources. Congress charts diverging paths on AI in fiscal year 2026 defense bills. So they're split over what to do with AI, just like Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't want to have anything to do with it. 45 members of Congress have announced they will not seek re-election in 2026, the most at this point since 2018. And y'all, it's getting biblical. What did Jesus say in Matthew 24? And as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. Persecution is about to increase, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then many shall be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Who shall be saved? Who shall be saved? He that shall endure to the end shall be saved. Endurance. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And then ye shall be hated and persecuted. Are y'all ready to stand for truth, no matter how hot the trial and the testing gets? For the trial of our faith is purifying our faith like fine gold, like pure gold, without any spot or wrinkle in the gold. Okay, are y'all ready to stand for truth? Because we're jumping into a whole new world system that is contrary to the Word of God, that is leading to an unrepentable decision to have to be made. Keep serving Jesus. This is not the time to shrink back. The Bible says that he will have no pleasure in he who shrinks back. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. If you appreciate the content that you find on this channel, would you prayerfully consider supporting the ministry?